This is it, everybody. And today is day 100. Hi, this is Diana Papilli with day 100 of 100 days of videos. What now? Well, that's a good question. Let me just start by saying this. Before I answer the what, I will answer the who, what, why, when, where, and how. The why. The reason I started this 100 days of videos is because Natasha Hazlett, who is my coach, she is both a personal improvement, personal growth, as well as a professional coach, gives this to her people who coach under her as an assignment. And her comment is, you'll find your voice. I never was really concerned about finding my voice because I feel like I found that a long time ago. But I was still willing to step out of my comfort zone. It was way, way out of my comfort zone. And I didn't want to do it. But I thought, well, whenever I step out of my comfort zone, I always benefit from it. And so I thought I would go ahead and do this and do the 100 days. Now, did I find my voice? Not really. Did I find my topic? Did I get some great revelation as to what I want to do next? Because I started my coaching with Natasha, and I started this whole project with the idea of searching for and finding my next adventure. Well, that's the kind of the why and a little bit of the who. And let's see, who, what, why, where, everywhere I was, whether I was at home or away or traveling or whatever. And then anyway. So here's what I've learned. I'll just tell you that. That's some of the what. I was extremely uncomfortable with seeing myself on video. I disliked it immensely. Don't want to use the word hate, but that's probably the closest I can get to. I almost hated this, to see myself on videos. I don't know. I saw everything that was wrong with me physically, and I just didn't like it. I was very, very self-critical. The good news is it only took me about 2 or 3, maybe 4 days. I don't even think it took a week for sure, but it was only just a few days where I stopped detesting seeing myself on video. That's a big deal. I don't mind listening to myself. I pretty much know what my voice sounds like, even outside of my own head, because gosh, when I was in when I was in high school, I was on a junior achievement radio show, and I learned how my voice sounded outside my head. So I can hear it both ways, and I'm okay with that. But seeing myself on video, first of all, adds weight. Yes, it does. Secondly, like I said, I saw everything that was wrong with me. It was very, very critical. The good news is it just doesn't bother me anymore. So I'm used to seeing myself on video, and I kind of got over that pretty fast, as I said. What else did I learn? That sometimes I have trouble thinking about things to talk about. I've never had that problem before, ever. I usually find some topic that I can talk about with somebody, but I'm not talking with somebody. I'm talking to somebody. And sometimes I wasn't even sure I was doing that. I had no idea who was watching my videos, because unless somebody clicked like or made some comment or whatever, I had no idea they were watching. And it did say so many views, but for all I know, it was the same person, playing it over and over again. I have no idea. So I wasn't really talking with someone. I was talking to someone. And there was no feedback. There was no two-way conversation. I can see my comments, and I can sometimes see who's watching up on my comments up here on my screen. That's why I do this, so I can see through my readers. But, excuse me, the truth is, if nobody makes a comment to make it more interactive, then it's not interactive, and I'm not getting feedback. So there were times when I struggled to find a topic. And yet I did. I found topics in the most interesting things. I'd see something posted on Facebook, or I'd say to Tom, "Oh, what should I talk about today?" And he'd say some topic that was like, "No, are you kidding? That's the dumbest topic I could ever think about." And yet, what he said to me would actually give birth to an idea for a topic. And I thought, oh, that's just like the greatest help he could ever give me. Even if I didn't use the topic he suggested, I used some offshoot of it or something that inspired me. And I learned now not to dismiss his topics. Even if I dismiss them, I'd say, well, honey, I'm sure I'll get some kind of a great idea. And usually I did. Or if his topic didn't give me an idea, then something came up. And sometimes I looked up quotes. I had an idea and I thought, well, I would like to have a really good quote on such and such topic. And I always found what was appropriate. You got to love the internet for that. But I also think it's just inspiration that kind of led me there. And I already learned that I can actually run out of words. I learned that at my job as a seminar, as conducting seminars for 6 years, because by the end of the day, I didn't want to talk. I remember somebody once told me a long time ago, how can any 5'1" person have so many words inside of you? And I thought, I don't know, I just do. Well, I ran out of words with that job. At the end of the day, I didn't want to talk to anybody, not anybody. And I usually didn't. I usually went back to my room and just was quiet. And if I was traveling, I kept quiet and just said the necessary hello, good evening, thank you, that kind of a thing. Sometimes I got together with friends depending on what cities I was in. I see you're watching, Claudia. I'm so glad to see you, and I'm glad we got to get together that time I was in Pittsburgh. That was great. So yes, I saw friends from cities where I lived or what have you, and or where not where I lived, where I worked, and so that was great too. But mostly, I didn't want to talk at the end of the day. But here's the most important thing I learned. I was searching for my next adventure. And about a week ago, I was inspired and it came to me, Diana, stop searching for your next adventure. Let your next adventure find you. And I thought, that makes so much sense. I looked back over my life, and whenever I got involved in something new or whenever I did something, I was just led to it. I found it, it found me. Bingo, it was just there. It was this perfect alchemy of time and place. I realized that the universe has its own timing. And just because I think it's time for me to move on to something new and exciting and different doesn't mean that the universe thinks that. I did move on to something new and exciting and different. I retired. That's a big deal. And would I like to make some more money right now? Yes, I would. We're not starving, we're not poor, but I would like to have a little bit more. I like making money. I would like to make more money right now than what I'm getting from my retirement. I would like to have a little bit more spendable income and save a little bit more for retirement, for when I really, really do retire. But that'll all happen when it's supposed to happen. The universe will unfold the way it's supposed to. Right now, I see, because I've been retired for 6 months or so, I see how really, really important it is for me to have some major R&R. And am I just doing nothing? No, I'm starting to get involved again, and I'm doing a lot. But that's okay. The universe has put it there in front of me, and I'm getting involved, and I'm excited about that. Plus, I am really eager to get back to my bicycling the way I prefer to bicycle. I was so robbed of energy. I was so constantly jet lagged and so constantly sleep deprived. I had no idea what the 6 years of all that travel and insane schedule, I had no idea how much it took out of me physically. So I just decided I'm going to take the universe in the time. I'm going to take the universe's time frame, not my own. That's what I mean to say. That I'm going to trust the cycles. I'm going to trust that they are what they're supposed to be. And I trust that my next adventure will find me. I don't have to search for it anymore. the good news is, because of the nature of the type of coaching I have with Natasha, when the time comes, whenever I do want to go back to some of the coaching and some of the assignments and some of the work that I was doing with her, it's there for me to access. I have unlimited access to it. There's no expiration date on what I can learn through her when it's time for me to take on more assignments. Will I occasionally go in there? Probably. Will you see occasional live videos from me? Probably. I've got a group of us going up to Idaho City up in the mountains tomorrow, and we're going to do some snowshoeing. If I have signal, it might be fun to do a live video. But do I have to? No, I don't have to. Did I have to do these 100 days? No, but I made the commitment to do them. And am I glad I did them? Yeah. Do I regret it? No. And any feedback I've received from you, I have really appreciated. The good news is, not only are these videos on my Facebook timeline, but they're also on my personal blog. You can find it at dianapapilli.com, and they're on my YouTube channel too. So if you want to access them, or if I want to access them and refer to them, I may do so at any time, as may you. This has been a fun adventure, an interesting one, a valuable one, and an educational one. And thank you, Joe. Oh my gosh, did you watch every one of my videos, Joe? He's saying something very nice to me. He's saying he was looking forward to seeing me and that he was very proud. Thank you so much. Joe is awesome. I met him, well, yes, I met him in Toastmasters when I lived in Bozeman, but I saw him. Oh my gosh, Joe and I just go back. Anyway, he's always been my best critic, my best audience, and a good friend. Thank you so much for your kind comments. And so you never know, I'll go live some other time. Maybe I'll do 101, 102, maybe I'll do 120 days. Not making any plans at the moment. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Thank you for being part of this journey with me, whether you watched one video or all of them or none of them or some of them. Thank you. And I wish every one of you a very healthy, happy, joyous new year. And may you walk in the light provided that the universe provides for you. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.